Welcome, welcome. We're gonna give it a few minutes, admitting people. Welcome, Kat, AFK, Awakenpedia hosts, of course. What up, Barb, Lori Taylor, Luke, Mungo. What up, Lucio, Lynn Quinn, Michelle, Nicole Ohm, Victoria's iPhone. Wow, technology can do stuff. Technology can come on workshops. Phones can sign up for things.
Hello.
There will be time for Q&A later. I'm going to keep everybody muted for the first part. Type in the chat if you wish, just so we can keep it nice and concise and not go over each other talking. I appreciate everybody coming on. Welcome, Lorraine. We're going to begin the official thing at 10 minutes in. I like to give 10 minutes on my lives for people to show up. It's going to be 1.5 hours, and I find it much more interesting to answer questions than for me to just do the lecture, because there's so much content that I've put out that I'm gonna direct you to that has like the lecture based thing. So we will go into a little bit of lecture as me just speaking about stuff, and then everything else, it's gonna be dope for me to answer you and your questions. Elena, hello and thank you. Do we need our charts? If you want specific questions answered from your charts, then yes. If not, then no. All right, another iPhone coming up. Wow, this AI. We got 2 phones in the house tonight. Very interesting. Nice, nice. All right, we got to get used to that, you know. You got to get used to not judging if somebody that comes on is organic or synthetic in that regard. Let's give it another 5 minutes and then we're gonna begin. Yeah, type in the chat. I don't know, type in how deep are you into human design? What do you know about it? Or introduce yourself. Say, what's up? I'm from this and that. Introduce yourself in case we don't know or I don't know who you are. Another 4 minutes. Okay, we got some chat. Nice. Got Cat Blue, Dennis and friends. Lorraine is a beginner. Well, what up, Lorraine? Lynn Quinn, I'm new to human design. I printed my chart. I'm happy to learn lots today. Nice, Lynn. AFK, Manny, Jen. But I know next to nothing. That's fine. Nicole, I'm a generator, manifester, manifesting generator. Okay, we got too many gens in the house. Cat is a mani gen. Barb is new to human design. Dope. Dopey dope. Beautiful friends. Okay, we got too many gens. Luke Mungo, another Manny Gen. Yeah, most of you guys will be generators. Michelle is a manifester. That's rare. So generators are the most common. 70% of all people on the planet are generators. We depend on you guys for sacral energy, for the thing moving. We say, people say the money is what makes the world go round. No, it's generators is what makes the world go round. And everyone else, manifestors, projectors, reflectors, we're all parasites for the sacral energy of generators. You guys are what is buzzing from the 9 to 5. It's the big energy field that makes the world move. It's when everything finally kind of dies down at like 6 p.m. is when I'm a projector, so I don't have that buzzing. Generators have the buzzing. You guys are the buzzing bees of the world. You guys are the builders. Um, the builders, the sacral energy. What is sacral energy? It's the sexual movement. Okay, let's remove the chat for now. So I'm gonna focus on talking, and then we'll get into the chat a little bit later. Okay. All right. So the basics of the basics. There is four major types: generator, projector, manifestor, reflector. And every single type has 9 centers. The centers are root, sacral, spleen, emotional solar plexus, heart center, G center, throat, ajna, and head. Every single center can be a receiver, like a Wi-Fi router that absorbs the Wi-Fi, let's say, or it can be a 5G tower just emitting, pulsating in all directions. Based on your chart, you have some of those are 5G towers, some of those are receivers. And this is how we connect as humans. Let's say I have 5 of these, 4 of these, and you got 3 of these and 6 of those. When we come into auric contact, meaning close enough for our electromagnetic auras to come into contact, it's like a puzzle, you know. My receivers are going to absorb where you are emitting, and your receivers will absorb where I am emitting. Or we can have the same ones. Let's say we both have splenic centers activated, splenic centers as emitting. We're going to feel very close to each other. We're going to feel like we've known each other for eons because, for example, spleen is the oldest intelligence. It's going to be like two animals just kind of, oh, you're very familiar. Your scent is, I'm picking up your scent. I'm picking up your spidey sense. Or we come into auric contact, my head and third eye are open. When I say open, I mean receiving. When I say defined, I mean transmitting. So don't think that defined means you gotta open your third eye, and people who don't have their third eyes open, that they need to open them. In human design, it's quite different than the traditional Vedic system of chakras of like you gotta open all the chakras in order to be whatever. No, no. It's more of like, what am I here to do? Am I here to transmit this energy to the world? Or am I here to be sensitive to this type of energy so I can guide this type of energy? So, for example, projectors like me, we don't have the sacral buzzing, sexual buzzing that the generators have. You guys are here, generators, the 70% of population. You guys are here to do the building, to do the work, to do the movement of the world. And we projectors, because we don't have it, we are here to manage it. We are here to tell you, oh, I feel your tune is a bit off. Your C note is a little bit too high. Let's tune it up perfectly so that the buzzing is pleasant for everyone. Like right now, the buzzing of the world is not pure satisfaction, which is the generator's signature when your engine is buzzing to a perfect tune. Right now, the buzzing of the world is frustration. Why? Because 90% of the population on the planet, the generators, 70%, let's say, but 90% of all generators out of the 70% of generators, you guys are doing jobs you hate. You're going and your engine is not resistance free. What is a resistance free engine for a generator? It's like a small child just joyfully playing and jumping around, and there's no resistance. But what do I feel as a projector? I feel sexual frustration on every corner. I feel hitting the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. You're all breaking your engines. You're all breaking your engines. There's exhaust fumes coming in all directions. And this is the field, because the field amplifies itself. So you got one generator and another next to it and another next to it, and it's a bigger and bigger and bigger field. And that's how you have, let's say, a city from 9 to 5. It feels like, do I gotta do this? Do I gotta do this? But there is energy there. There is energy there because you guys gotta generate. If you're a generator, you gotta generate the energy. There's no way around it. You're gonna wake up in the morning, your tank is full, your body's like, where do I put all this energy? And you gotta put it somewhere. You gotta expend the energy if you're a generator. You gotta use it. Otherwise you get sick. If you're a generator, you gotta use that energy. At night before you go to bed, you better have your battery on zero, fully zero, exhausted, used up. So those will be the generators. You guys are the moving force of the planet, the builders, the workers. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not doing anything as a projector, or manifestors are not doing anything, or reflectors are not doing anything. It's not about who can accomplish more in society. It's about who has the innate energy in them at all times and who doesn't. I'm a projector. I'm so mellow. I can be laying around all day. If you're a generator, it's not going to be that easy for you. You're going to have that thing that's activated, and you're going to be like, I can't be sitting around like this. You got to be using this energy. Okay, unless you're numbing it all with food and addictive things, then it's suppressed, then it's depressed, then it's another thing. If you're a manifester, you're here to use your voice. You are the Putins of the world, the Jordan Petersons of the world, the mic drops, the charismatic voice that when you guys speak, everyone else just shuts up. These are things which are not, these are things that are felt in crowds. You just know people like that. You know that there are people who are reflectors. What is a reflector? Reflector has all nine centers receivers. A reflector is going to be a person that is completely um, absorbed in who are the five people that the reflector is mostly surrounded with. So think of all these open centers that you have. And some people have 5 open centers. I got 7 out of 9. I'm very receptive. I'm like a sponge. I'm almost a reflector. So the more open centers you have, the more open you are to conditioning of energy from the outside world. What are the energies? It's sexual energy. And when I say sexual, I mean creative. I mean buzzing. I mean sustainable workforce, creative force, building force. Then you got root. Root is the fight or flight, adrenaline, adrenaline energy. It's all connected to organs. It's all connected to genes. It is electromagnetic energy. However, it's also very, very based in real genetics, real tissues in the body, real glands, endocrine glands. The throat is the thyroid, it's the voice. The ajna is the third eye, it's the pineal. The head is your mind. It's the bucket of doubt. It's the bucket of unrelenting doubt. The heart is the heart and also the stomach. It's the proving. It's, do I have the willpower to do this? Can I make promises in the world or can't I? Am I always trying to will my way through this? If you have it open, you're not here to make promises. And you're trying to make promises. And then you're bench pressing and you're going to have a heart attack at 35. Why? I kept making all these promises and trying to prove my worth. And then the heart just can't take it anymore. Or you don't have the sacral, you don't have the generator engine, and you're trying to be a generator. I see this all the time. Projectors, manifestors, reflectors trying to do work long term, 5 hours in a row. It's not how it's supposed to be done. Unless you're a generator, you're here to do a little bit and then go chill out and observe. Projectors, we are here to see things and guide people one-on-one. Generators are here to be in groups. You thrive in groups. Projectors like me, one-on-one. If it's 2 people, one person is always angry because I'm not paying attention to them. Because the aura is different. Generator aura. You guys are generating and emanating like a fireplace. Your aura goes in all directions. You're sharing the energy with everyone. That's why you thrive in groups. We projectors, we focus and plug in. We focus, we absorb, we plug in so we can manage and guide the best. Manifestors, you guys have elbows in the sky. You guys are like this. Get out the way. I'm here to do things. I'm here to move things around. I'm here to rearrange your whole house. I'm here to rearrange furniture. Reflectors are just huge sponges, not like a projector that's focused one-on-one. A reflector is like an inward generator, just absorbing from all directions, but not focusing on each one. And then imagine you got a projector child that's here to focus one-on-one, and you got him in a classroom. Well, he's not going to have a good time. He needs a tutor that's going to focus on him one-on-one, and that he's going to be able to focus on one-on-one. Or you got a little generator, and you're trying to get him to sit down and listen. And all he wants to do is just use up all his energy. Wake up in the morning, use up all his energy. You got a reflector child, and you got him in one group of five other kids. And all those other 5 kids are there, they don't have any talents for nothing. I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm just saying there are different genetic predispositions. And you got that little reflector child in a public school place, and he's just absorbing nothing. I'm a projector. I was in a public school system, and I needed years of deconditioning of the regular schooling in order to be able to thrive anywhere, to get my real talents out. So human design is amazing for parenting. That's also like for families. You got a family, you got 5 people in the family, and you got 4 of them generators, and you got one small projector, and that small projector is all the time surrounded by energy that's not his own, and they think that's his own energy, and they're amplifying it. And then one day when he's finally alone, he's gonna be laying there being like, oh, okay, I can finally do nothing. I can finally be just exist there and observe the world like I'm supposed to be. Generators need to be around other generators. Projectors need to be around other projectors. People need to calibrate their energy. Because if it's very mixed, people don't know who they are. You don't know if this energy is from the other person. How do I put this? Those of you that love RPG games, you got a Gandalf. You got little hobbits running around. You got Aragorn and the whole army of generators. These classes are so different. Their purpose is so different. How else do I put it? Star Trek. You got people with lasers, pointing laser like pew 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 pew, being very precise. And you got the Borg. Oh, we're here to annihilate. And these are bulldozers. Maybe these are manifestors. What else? What else? I'm trying to look up how old the population is. You guys are mostly 30, 40, 50, I'm thinking. So Lord of the Rings could apply to you guys. Dungeons and Dragons, comic book, Marvel heroes, you got those who are here to be on the front line and really move the energy around. And then you got the backliners that are observing. You got the people that are shoveling coal. And then you got the people who are HR managers, projectors like me. We're HR. We're not the people laying down the bricks. Manifestors. Okay, I got a great metaphor that I love. Gonna maybe showcase it better. Let's say you got a ship, Pirates of the Caribbean, or just pirates. It's regular old pirates. and you got that old ship, you know, no engine on its own. So the biggest part of the population are gonna be the people below deck that are doing the rowing. Those are generators. And don't think of it as slavery. Don't think of it. Every single pirate is there on its own, um, voluntarily. They're there voluntarily. They want to be there, and they picked what they want to do. So the rowers are not slave rowers. They are, I wanna move this boat. I want to move this boat. I have all this abundance of energy. I wake up in the morning. All I want to do is row. We're going places. We're going places. This boat, this huge boat is going places. We're pirates. We're going to be plundering. And it's going to be, I'm going to move the boat. I'm going to move the boat. I'm going to row the boat until the cows come home. Or they are the ones who are climbing all the time, adjusting the the huge bed sheets that the wind blows into. It's not the bed sheets. Oh my God. You'll know, you'll type it in the chat for me. You know what it's called in English. The big white bed sheets that the wind goes into so the ship moves. So the generators. Okay, we got it in the chat. Somebody's helping me out. Sails, Awakenpedia. Awakenpedia is the wind in my sails right now. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. So sails, the generators are the ones adjusting the sails. So all the time moving, all the time doing things so the ship can move forward. So it's either rowing or people on the sails, or let's say it's a steam engine. So they're gonna be the ones shoveling coal into the steam engine. Projectors. I'm a projector. What do? I look at the map. I have the thing that looks into the distance, charts the map, and I have the map. And that's it. That's my job. To look at the map to see where we're going and perhaps to take care of all the generators. Be like, hey, do you got all you need? Do you have all you need? One-on-one. Okay, you're rowing. Let's see the rowing technique. Let's see how it can be improved. Let's see what can be done with the sails. Then you got a manifester. A manifester holds the wheel. I tell the manifester, we go left. The manifester says, all right, we're going left. So they use the voice and the rudder to actually steer the boat. And then you got a reflector. A reflector is the guy that sits on the little boat when I say land, land, or manifester actually says land. I just spoke the manifester and point on the map and point over there, and the manifester is land, land. Let's stop. Let's explore. And then the reflector is the scout. They sit on the little boat and they go on to land, and then they come back and they say they almost ate me. There's cannibals over there. I didn't like it. We're not going. I just barely made it alive. Nobody go there. We pull out 180, we just go. Or it's amazing. There's so much coconuts, we'll never be able to drink all the coconut water. And then I'm gonna be the first one in the boat. But that doesn't mean that's not connected to projector. I just love coconut water. So this is the metaphor, and this is the metaphor for society. So you can kind of see how there can be a clash in the family where somebody is predispositioned to read the map and the whole family is like, why are you not shoveling coal enough? We're all out here shoveling coal day in and day out. You're a lazy hippie. What are you doing reading maps all day? Or there's a sophisticated, very, like high-end family. They're all projectors and manifestors. And they all enjoy looking at maps and telling other people what to do. And then there's one generator who just wants to do things, and he's very loud, and it's the new child in the family. And they're all, come on, sit down, look at the map. What are you doing running around all day? You're supposed to tell other people what to do. And the small generator just wants to be a pig in the mud. What he just wants to be joyous. He just wants to be all over the place. And the whole family is, no, 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 we don't do that around here. We have other people to do that for us. You sit down, you be quiet, you be a refined little part of the family. Or let's say relationships, why are you not providing? Why am I having, why do I have to do the 9 to 5 and you're gonna sit around and observe things? Well, I'm a projector or I'm a manifester. So there are energy beings and non-energy beings. I'm a non-energy being. It doesn't mean that I don't do things. It doesn't mean that I can't make a sandwich, that I need somebody to carry me to the toilet. It just means that I don't have the energy to sustain a 9 to 5. It's really there. It's really there in my circuitry. So this is something that can be implemented in family dynamics, in relationship dynamics, in marriage, in business, and one-on-one. I do all of those things. And then this is the baseline. That's like, are you a generator? Are you a manifester, a manifesting generator, a reflector, or a projector? And then getting into the nuances. What is your environment? I'm caged. I like to have 3 parts around my environment closed and then one open, so I know who's in my space. Maybe you are mountains. Maybe you thrive overseeing things. Maybe you are markets. You know what markets are, places of exchange of energy. Then cognition. Are you here to take in information peripherally from all directions or focusing on the thing that you're meant to absorb? Is your body feminine or masculine? Meaning, is your body more passive, here to absorb information and be lounging around? Or is your body more active? Are you here to do things all the time? How is your diet? I'm low sound. That means that I can eat almost anything if it's in silence. Some people have taste, meaning that it needs to be tasting a specific way. Some people have consecutive diet. Some people have alternating diet. Consecutive diet is eating one thing for a period of time, just that one thing. Alternating means sampling. What else do we got? What else do we got? We got tribal circuitry, individual circuitry, collective circuitry. Collective, if you have mostly collective circuitry in your body, you're here to share information with the whole world. Very unbiased, very unpersonal, like a radio station, just sharing what is happening. What is happening over there? What's happening over there? Oh, I'm just sharing. I can see that. When I meet a completely collective person, they just start telling me information. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody asked you. Why are you telling me this? I'm a pure individual. I have only individual circuitry, meaning that I'm here to tell you my knowing if you ask me. I'm not just gonna start sharing things. Even now, this lecture, it feels very uncomfortable because I'm just giving out information. I'm much better at answering questions because you're asking me for my individual knowing. Then you got tribal circuitry. Tribal people, they're here for the resources. They're here for the family. They're here for nurturing and nourishment of the young. You're going to have them talk about it all the time. And then you can see it. If one person is completely individual like me and another person is completely tribal, we don't get along so much because it's like it's like my dad versus me, you know. My dad is fully tribal. He's just who made how much resources for the family, what tradition is going to be passed on, all the tribal stuff, all the thing that is talked about in little groups. And then you got me who's an individual. I can't stand listening to any of that. I'm like, ask me questions, ask me what I think about all that. And my individual knowing goes completely against all tradition. And that's why we don't get along. Or collective people. A lot of collective people in a group, that's beautiful for you guys. That's beautiful for you guys. You're just sharing and you don't have to answer to one another. It's going to be like one person is going to be, oh, have you heard about that? And then the other person doesn't have to even get involved with that conversation. The other person just says, I read about all this, and then they share information. And then another person shares information. And everybody's talking about something and nobody's listening to anyone, but you guys are enjoying it. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying that I personally, I'm different. For me, it's like, ask me what I think. Very different from everybody else. This is individual knowing. Tribal people get around. Who killed how many pigs today? Who hunted? Who's got the best hides? You know, who's what will our children do? So there's so many nuances we can get into. So let's get into some. Let's get into some. Um, we can go in the chat. We can go in the chat, or you can raise your hand, whether you want to ask with your voice. Both are fine. I'm just gonna have a sip to kind of hydrate my throat so that we can continue. So consecutive digestion is eating similar things consistently. I would say one thing. I would say mono mealing for a while. I would say you want to go for a day on watermelon. Or maybe it doesn't have to be a day. Mango, Lukio mango. Consecutive digestion is eating similar things consistently. Maybe it could be in a single meal. These are all nuances. It's not one thing that everyone has to follow. It's exactly the opposite. It's the science of differentiation, but it's an experiment. You get your chart, you get your information, and then you kind of try it out. Consecutive digestion. Maybe you have a meal, rice and beans, you know? Maybe you need to eat all the rice first and then all the beans. And it's a half an hour in between. But maybe it's not. Maybe you eat beans for a week. So consecutive. What is consecutive? Try it out. Try it out. I don't want to give you specific. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. If I give you too specific information, you're not going to experiment. And human design is an experiment. You get your blueprint, and then you kind of got, oh, okay, this is my manual. But all things, nervous digestion. Your nervous system needs to be activated while you're eating. This would be the opposite of me. I'm low sound. I need absolute silence and nobody around me doing things. So my wavelength of breathing is calm and my brain waves are calm. You got nervous digestion. You should be like you were on our lives, you know, active, on your feet, nervous system, moving, buzzing, music in the background, doing things. You probably eat best off your feet. Um, I would say that's nervous digestion.
May I ask a question?
I'm gonna call you out. I'm reading the chat.
Ah,
Just have patience. We just got started, halfway through. Elena, ego projector 2-4. Okay, that's your chart. Manifester, iPhone. Oh, our iPhone is a manifester. Nice. Calliope. Happy to learn more. Barb, pure manifesting Jen. Lorraine, Jen. Elena, 3 projectors, 1 generator in our family. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, Cat Blue, watermelon. Okay, okay. Elena, you are first up. Go ahead, ask your question.
yeah, thank you so much. Because of you, the human design came into my life, to say so. It was like a satellite all the time in my environment or energy field. But then with the project we did, I said, okay, so. And I'm totally in, and I'm discovering more and more. And it's the more I know, the more complicated it is, to be honest, as someone who's not really in the learning, in the education. So you have been talking about the circuitries. So I do have a lot of circuitry white. So that does not mean that they are not active or not the energy in, right? It's just that there's, yeah, the question here is, what does it mean that they are white? I understand when they are colored, but I don't get if there is no energy or can you answer me this question? Did I do you understand what I said?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. So open centers, it means so the defined centers, the colored in centers that you have, that's who you are.
Yeah.
That's who you are, whether you are on a mountain or when you're around other people. So this is kind of like, okay, this is your chart here. You have G center activated, heart center activated, throat, and ajna. That means you
Right.
got a consistent sense of direction, consistent willpower, and a consistent stream of information going from your third eye to the throat in order to be expressed. This is who Elena is. This is who you are. And then you are also everything else. You are everything. You are the colored in charts and the white charts. It's just the difference between who are you gonna be in groups with one-on-one other person or alone on a mountain. So when you're alone, you are the 4 colored in charts. Let's say when you and I get together, you're gonna have the 4 centers you already have, and then you're gonna get my root and my spleen, for example. So what does that mean? That means that when you come into contact with me with a defined spleen, alive, not like this, but in auric contact, you're gonna rush everywhere. Because I have the root center defined, I have this adrenaline pressure. It's like I'm not moving anywhere, but people around me who usually don't have the root are very restless. It's like a pressure that I bring. It's like an adrenaline pressure that I bring. People have started rushing around me. It's my presence. It's kind of like a heaviness. And they're just kind of trying to get this energy out. And you can get this energy out because I'm next to you. I'm always fueling you. What you will be doing to me is I will have more consistent willpower. I will feel like I can make promises because you have the willpower. The throat for me is going to get activated. I'm going to have an easier time expressing myself. I'm going to have an easier time focusing on one mental concept at a time. So you have the defined head center, defined ajna. That means that you have a much easier time focusing on what am I thinking about right now. I have it open. So my third eye is like a radio station. My third eye is like a radio picking up other radio stations, and yours is like a radio broadcasting a specific one. It doesn't mean that you can pick up other ones. It means that you have one that is always there that you can count on. These are the colored in centers. This is who I am wherever I am. And the more you get into that, you'll notice, oh, this person, they're giving me this energy because when I'm alone, I don't feel this. This is especially true with emotion. This is especially true with thoughts. This is especially true with addictions, the spleen, holding on to things. You guys are mostly all beginners. I'm in this for 5 years. I know exactly who gives me what, because this is especially true if let's say you get your chart and you have the luxury of living alone at least for a year. And then you can kind of see, okay, when I'm alone, fully alone, I feel like this. And then I get a visitor and I know the chart from the visitor, and the visitor has the emotional solar plexus defined. Straight out the gate, he's coming in, I feel moody. He comes out, I feel flatlined. I feel regulated. They come in, their emotional solar plexus all over the place. I feel like I want to cry the moment they step into the aura field. This is kind of like why it's very important for people to sleep alone, to eat alone, to have enough time alone to get to know themselves. But this is a luxury not everybody's going to have in this life.
Thank you for your answer. It helps. And I have another question, because we are 3 different projectors in my family and we have 1 generator. So, and it's funny that when you said, when you describe the different types, it is always when we 3 want to chill, then we do not have even 2 minutes to chill, because Zara, so my little one, she starts to running, like having a beach day. It's always hiding or running after her. Do you have a tip for me? I mean, I have to protect her. I have to look at her. I cannot run her. once through the whole earth one time, and then she will be back. I have to, and it's and I don't want, I thought, okay, it's a she came with Down syndrome, so before human design I thought, okay, it's typical for the Down syndrome, but now I understand more why she does what she does, and I don't want to, yeah, I'm a projector, so I will not try to force her into something what she is not. But for me, who wants to have silence and rest, maybe you have an idea how I can, yeah, help myself to help her, or whatever, because it's a big conflict in our family that we have the generator. So yeah, this is my question.
Mm. Okay, so you're all projectors, and the little one you're talking about that runs around the planet, she's a generator.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, if you're a projector, if you are close enough to another person, you are engaged with them. There's no, I'm gonna be at that side of the corner of the room, you're gonna be on that side of the corner of the room, I'm gonna do my thing, you're gonna do your thing. That doesn't exist for projectors. If you're a projector, you want to chill out, you need to get away from others. You need to have distance, enough auric distance, so no energy is fueling you. You can be even like electromagnetic energy. Aura doesn't care about walls. So don't think about walls. Don't think about, it could be a mental thing, kind of. It is okay to go to another room. It is fine. However, if you really want to chill out, you're really going to have to be alone. This is first things first. Second thing, if you're a projector, each one of you projectors needs to have their own room to sleep in order to completely dump out all the energy at night that's not yours, especially away from the generator. You need to get a little basement for her that nobody gets access to, and layer it with like EMF walls or something. I'm just kidding. Don't do that to the child. Anyway, so you can calibrate her sacral. What does that mean? Ask her yes or no questions. Generators respond to yes or no questions. And because you're a projector, observe her. Observe when you ask her, do you want to do this? And it has to be a binary question. It's not an open-ended, what do you want to do? It's not even, do you want to do this or that? It's, do you want to do this? And it's going to be a yes or no. And then, okay, if it's not that, do you want to do this? And you see not what her mind does, it's what her body does. Look at her hips, look at her spine, look at her sacral response. This is the generator thing. This is how generators operate. And we are here to ask generators the best questions to calibrate their sacral so it's calibrated to satisfaction instead of frustration. So ask her questions and see how her body responds. If her body responds like a little engine and you asked her, do you want to lay down bricks? You got to let her lay down bricks because that's her purpose. And you let her do that for 6 hours. And how can you protect her? Well, you isolate all the electrical sockets and place foam on all the corners so she doesn't poke her eyes out, and you let her do her thing. What I'm trying to say is, like, do the bare minimum that you can to make sure that the environment is safe so she can bounce around. And all you projectors, you're not going to have the pacing she does. when you say we all run around after her, no. What you need to do is be in the position that you are right now and just observe. Just if all of you guys are projectors and she's a generator, you gotta be okay with her doing things while you guys are in the shade not doing anything. That would be my advice.
Thank you. Yeah, that helps. Thank you so much.
All right, let's see other people. Lorraine, 3 manifesting generator and 2 generator my house. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Lorraine, 3 mani gens and 2 gens. You guys are perfect for everyone. Everyone is perfect for everyone. You just know it's harmony in it's incredible amount of energy. It's an incredible amount of energy. You could use a projector like me or like Elena just to kind of even out some things and have a different dynamic. But generally, generators go along with because you know, like 70%, a whopping 70% of all population on the planet are generators. You guys know how to get along with each other. Your aura just, you know, it's easy for you guys. If one projector came into your house, if I came to live with you, I would run away in 2 days. It would be just too much energy. And it's different how people relate to each other. You guys are okay in groups. So each and every one of you thrive when there is multiple people around you. So every one of you are always thriving because there's so many people thriving around you. For me, if I came into your house and there's 5 of you around me, I would try to talk to each and every one of you personally, and I would try to get you to talk to me and engage with me only, and that wouldn't be possible because you are always engaging with everyone all the time, because your aura field, your attention goes in all directions. And imagine you have one person whose attention goes in all directions, and another one, and you guys all thrive because you're accessible to everyone at the same time all the time. And then you got one projector who's like, I'm talking to you now specifically, and you better talk to me now specifically and ignore everyone else. And you can't do that because you're a generator. I mean, everybody can do everything. It's just like, why would I break myself trying to be a generator if I'm meant to be a projector? Luke Mungo, curious how the profile 3-6 is related to personality. All the yellow orange centers. Also curious what the design blue centers mean and the 1-3 plus 3-5 mean. 1-3 plus 3-5. I don't know what you mean by that.
I could clarify a bit.
Yeah, please.
I posted my chart there. So some of the centers are orange, yellow. That looks like the throat, the spleen, and the sacral. So those are defined in like a personality sense. And then the solar plexus and the root are blue, defined as design. I guess my first question would be, what's the difference in personality and design?
Oh, okay. So personality is conscious, design is unconscious. So when you read the personality type, most likely people go like, oh yeah, that's me. That's my energy. That's definitely always there. So they're conscious of it. And the design side is your body. It's gonna be like how your body responds when It's not that voluntarily. It's not that voluntary. It's gonna be those parts of you that respond to cravings, and you're like, okay, why did I do this now? Why did I make this decision? The body made the decision. I like to say that when when my body does that, when my design side makes a decision for me, it's usually my intuition, my primal instinct, and my mind gets mad. My personality goes like, I did not approve of this. My body just, let's say, evades a person, or I come into a party and my whole body is kind of like, oh, no, we're not staying here. And I'm like, but no, but there's watermelon, and the body's just out the door. And I'm like, who authorized this? I did not approve of this. So that's going to be the body side, the unconscious side. The color is there for no reason at all. It's just the difference in, it doesn't matter why it's blue or orange, it's just difference between. So the design blue centers, so 1 3 plus 3 5, this just means that that's a way of isolating things. I don't like to look at like that. This is wherever you got your chart, those people who made the chart software, they made it so it separates. So like your mind is a 3 5 and your body is a 1 3. I don't like to look at it like that. If you're a 3 6, you're a 3 6. No, what? Actually, you can be a 3 6. What are you then? You are a 3 6?
Yeah, I'm a 3-6.
All right.
So
Yeah, it's very confusing when they split it up like that. So, anyways, I can suggest you. I can give you a better chart, much
Cool.
less confusing. Does this
All right,
answer your question?
So then, yeah, it says 6'3" at the top part with personality. Is that related to my profile because I'm a 3-6, or is that just, that's not relevant?
So this is what I'm saying. That's why it's confusing. If you're a 3 6, you're a 3 6. Don't look at those splits.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I feel complete. Let someone else go.
Thank you. Okay, Barb, that's your chart. Manny Jen. So Barb, you're very close to Elena. You have the same 3 centers, the throat, the willpower, the G center, only you're a generator. So you and Elena together would find many commonalities. You would be a generator, she would be a projector, and you might get along really well. Michelle, this is really helping to understand my teenage daughter who's a projector and I'm a manifester. Oh, wow. That's very, very different, very opposite in a way. 2 generators, a manigen, a projector, and a manifester. Yeah, a lot of energy. The projector daughter needs to be, you need to treat the projector daughter as like a drop of the most precious liquid on your palm, and give her all the space in the world and not expect nothing from her, and look at her as so different and relate to her one-on-one. So she needs to have one-on-one time with Michelle, one-on-one time with one generator, one-on-one time with another generator, in order for her to feel seen and connected. How do systems come into play? I'm tropical. Yeah, always look at tropical. Never sidereal. That's completely different, whatever. Okay, Michelle, this is you. Manifester. Yeah, okay. Throw definition, split definition. Yeah, so the projector daughter, 2 generators, a Manigen and a manifester and a projector walk into a bar. The projector is already exhausted. She needs to sleep alone. She needs to have her own mountain at your property, a lot of time alone every day. That makes complete sense. So grateful I'm homeschooling her. Yeah, get her tutoring. Get her tutoring. Get her people that teach her specific things one-on-one. She loves going to the barn alone daily. Yeah, she needs to have her own space like that. She has horses. Beautiful. Beautiful. So with human design, we can have like 2 charts. We can have you and your husband, and then he gives you this energy, you give him this energy. You clash over here. He's mostly tribal, I'm mostly individual over there. We're gonna have problems in this area. When I'm next to my daughter, I'm gonna be emotional, but when I'm next to my son, I'm gonna have a lot of doubts about things. When I'm with this person, I know my sense of direction. When I'm with this person, I'm completely lost. So this is for families, this is for relationships. This is all the stuff that we can read with human design. Okay, Nicole, you're giving me a PDF. I can't open that now. Or maybe I can. Let's see. Okay, I can. I was hoping it will not break. Zoom. Okay, Nicole Ohm, also 3-6 manifesting generator. Beautiful. A lot of, yeah, most of you guys will be generators. So Michelle, this last chart, that's your daughter. This is my daughter. Okay. Yeah, so she might be clinging on to you to make her feel good because you got the spleen. She might be clinging on to you, asking you for direction. You guys have the same channel in the mind. So you guys think alike, I would say. You guys have a similar way of thinking and maybe remembering things. We do, yeah, there you go. You have helped me so much to gain insight to our relationship. Yeah, guys, I do relationship guidance, marriage guidance, family dynamics, and one-on-one. It's all accessible. Will you will do a family reading? Does the members have to be present? Yes, I do family dynamic readings, guidance, tutoring for children, one-on-one relationship readings. If you want all the members to be present, we can have that. Or we can have you and all the charts of all the family members. It depends on like how much do other family members know about human design. I can tailor the language so they don't have to know human design. And we can have it like a session of, it's going to be a different dynamic, you know, it's going to be more people, depending on what you want, depending on what you want. I would suggest first, maybe with you about the whole family to get to know everyone, and then maybe bringing on some of them to see the dynamic, where I can see the dynamic, and it can be flexible, flowing. So the answer is no, members don't have to be present. It's a different thing, what you want to accomplish. Let's see if I missed anything. Elena, human design helps to understand more and more myself and how to be with others. So grateful. Yeah. So we have more time. I'm just gonna say I have courses, human design basics, intermediate, advanced, projector specific masterclass. And then I got I Ching if you really want to get into the gates. So if you look at your chart, you see that you have, let's say, number 31, you have colored in, but 56 you don't have. Number 23 you have colored in. So the I Ching course has 64 lessons, 6 minutes per number. So you can pull out all your numbers and pull out the lessons you have and then listen to that. That's very advanced, but some people like that. I have projector ultimate package, which is 10 sessions, half off, and you get the projector masterclass. So that's like if you get the if you take how much 10 sessions one-on-one with me would cost, if you're a projector and you get that, then it's 50% off of the whole thing. So 10 sessions are 50% off, and you get the projector masterclass on top of it. There's discounts if you want to have like one session is, you can check everything on the website, by the way, icreatelines.com. So I don't speak about everything. You can just go over there and see there is the family option, the one-on-one option. Oh, I'm sending direct messages to Kat. So I'm gonna put it to everyone. The audio courses are there. You can join my Patreon if you want to get on Sunday Zoom calls. Every Sunday we have a Zoom meeting. We have a special Telegram group. That's like the cheapest option to get into a group. And then, like I say, like specific guidance for families, for marriages, for relationships. I can tutor your children about many things. Human design is just one of them. I mean, when I say I can tutor your child, it's more of like I'm a projector, meaning one-on-one, meaning I can help draw out the best of your child based on their charts, because I can see things. I can see things, read things, ask good questions, provide guidance. Cat Blue. So icreatelines.com for everything. Cat Blue, here's my chart and not sure what to ask. General suggestion, I approach the end of school, starting my Insight Timer teacher page. I'm still having issues being more organized, chaos of moving, ADHD type issues. If this is enough and you have time for suggest anything, please do, especially following a schedule versus spontaneous, getting homework done. Okay, so let's see. Manny Jen, 6'2". Okay, for you, no pressure, no time pressure for anything. No promises. And no certainty. So what did you ask? Following a schedule versus spontaneous. I would say more spontaneous when it comes to how or try many different schedules. You know, make a schedule and see if it works, and then try a different one. And your schedule needs to fit into your neurodivergent. So maybe your schedule has failed in the past because all your schedules were based on schedules you've seen other people have. So wake up in the morning, have breakfast, then do this, then have lunch, then do this, then do that. Maybe that's a too traditional type of schedule. Maybe yours needs to be, you know, like what they say, Da Vinci or whoever, all the great inventors had polyphasic sleep schedules. Like they slept for 3 hours and then 2 naps of 20 minutes. So that's something that I'm doing right now. I can, like, I've been working on remaking the website before this workshop, and I was working until 4 a.m. last night, and I was okay. And then I slept for 2 hours, and then I had a movement class, fascia movement class in the morning online. And I was dope. I was nice, you know. I love not having 8 hours of sleep. I love having like 6 naps throughout the day. And that goes completely with my projector essence of no long-term work. So I do something for 2 hours and then I have a half an hour nap. And then I go for a walk down the beach and then I nap at the beach. And then I go and buy myself some fruits, eat the fruits, go for a walk again, and then I sit down and close my eyes for 20 minutes. I have so many naps in a day, it's ridiculous. So this is something, you know, and for you, because you have an open route, no pressure time, no time pressure ever. If something or someone is making you rush, kick them out of your life immediately. Can a manifesting generator be happy living alone for a long period of time? Generators thrive in groups. So I would say no type can be happy living alone for a long period of time. I would say that some types need more frequent alone time. And I would say manifesting generator, I would say generators in general don't need so frequent, like maybe not don't need so frequent, but you guys are just generally more comfortable in groups. But you know, generators, you guys love sharing energy. You are here to share energy with others. So no, I would say you need to give that joy to others. It's not also about kind of manifesting generator be happy living alone for a long period of time. I would say Nicole Ohm, the world is a less joyful place if you're not in it sharing your beautiful energy with us. So manifesting generator, especially with the voice, and especially if you're doing things you love. The biggest advice for manifesting generators, I always say, is if you are frustrated, shut up. Never speak if you're frustrated. Go for a run. Go dance. Go break half your kitchen. But just don't speak. Just get the energy out different ways, because your voice is strong and you're going to make everyone else frustrated. So generators, whatever you are, everyone else is around you. You are generating the energy. So that's also like manifestors and generators. You guys always need to look at what your state is, your energetic state is, because you guys are doing it to everyone else. And me as a projector and whoever is a reflector, we always need to look at who are the people around us, because they are the ones doing it. So however I'm feeling, it's 99% who I'm around. If you're a generator or a manifester, how you're feeling, 99% it's you who are doing it to others and to yourself. And that's always a double-edged sword, you know. It's more responsibility. But then you have more responsibility, you have more power. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, Awakenpedia gave some places where you can donate. And also, like I say, icreatelines.com is a place where I'd like to hear about the virtual retreat that's coming up. Thank you. So this upcoming virtual retreat that Awakenpedia is doing, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. If Lynn Quinn, if you're asking about that, I'm not going to be in that particular one. However, check it out for other things. Awakenpedia is going to have at least 20 people talking about anxiety. But Lynn, are you asking because you want more of my content? And you're thinking, oh, I thought you were hosting. No. So the upcoming virtual retreat that you see in the chat, there's going to be amazing other speakers. It's not going to be me. So Lynn Quinn, I thought you were hosting. If you want more of my content, like I say, icreatelines.com. I have a YouTube channel. I have free ebooks. There's the blog. There is my Instagram page. There is 5 audio courses you can buy. The first one is free. You can get one-on-one direct guidance with me. The more you get, the cheaper it gets. If we set up a recurring coaching, it's less. You can get family specific guidance and coaching, relationship specific, marriage, parenting for one child, multiple children. I can work directly with your child. I also do psychedelic integration. If you're interested in works with psychedelic plants, I can guide you as a shaman before or after to integrate your experience. I do also fascia maneuver coaching one-on-one on Zoom, and breatharian / pranic living if you wish to have less and less dense diet and more kind of energy based. These are all everything is on icreatelines.com, guys. We have more time, I think so. So we started at, no, we're 5 minutes before the official time. I'm not sure. I mean, we can go sometime over.
I have a question, if I may. Here's Eleanor again speaking.
Yeah, please.
If no one else, I thought, Laurie, are you okay, Laurie? Because do you want to ask a question before? Because she had her hand on. Okay, you're fine. So, you said, first of all, thank you for your information. That helps so much to understand, like, people like Lorraine, for example. So I had a lot of friends, they act like you described, yeah, that they were looking around, and I tried to catch their intention and want to speak one-on-one, but I guess that they have been generators, and I took it so personally. So that they don't want to speak with me because they are running around, or their energy was everywhere but not one-on-one. And with the explanation you gave me today, so I was, okay, that was going on. So thank you for that. How did human design changed your life? Because you're a projector. As I had my first chart and the explanation, I was very disappointed because I said, I already knew a lot of that. And I thought that these are, or how I am acting or am, is because I'm an Aquarius. So I said, okay. In the first moment, it was disappointing for me, but I sense there is more. And how was it? How is your journey now after 5 years? If you like to talk about it, if it's
Sure. First of all, it was like, oh, that's why my dad is like, oh, you don't want to do anything. You just want to be creative. You just want to look at things. You want to learn things. I was always called out as lazy, as kind of melancholic, as kind of like laid back. And okay, my dad's side of the family is from Montenegro, and they're known to be very lazy as a nation. So it was kind of like, oh, this is your Montenegrin blood. However, they're also a warrior. They're also a tribal warrior race. So I identify as that as well. So that wasn't that. But the main things were the depth of seeing and the patience that I always had, the meticulous absorption of information, the ability to sense energy from other people, the ability to kind of know when someone is telling the truth or not, where they are coming from, what is their intention. We projectors, we are here to know another person more than ourselves. We are here to focus on other people. Generators are here to focus on themselves. So the perfect mechanical relationship for the species, not for relationship romantically. However, for the survival of the species, we projectors are here to help generators know themselves, because we are here to know the other person in depth, because our whole energy focuses on the other person. And generators are here to, what am I passionate about? So I can channel all of my energy into that, so the world goes around. And we projectors, because we see so deep, specifically into the other person, all the nuances of their energy, we can help them have the best experience of using their energy. So what I felt was tremendous relief of, oh my God, I don't have to be like everyone else. I felt this my whole life. Like you say, these are the great wounds of projectors, trying to get attention, trying to be a generator, trying to run the same race as all the generators and failing and being seen as a broken generator. So it's almost like we are made to practice yoga. You are born to practice yoga. You're trying to run a marathon your whole life. It's not about, it's like a person who is here to be a graphic designer is expected to lay bricks and build houses their whole life. And they're trying to do it. They're trying to do it. And everyone is, their dad, their family, the people at their job are telling them, you suck at life. You can't do basic things, because in today's society, you either can lay bricks or you can. It's either you have energy to work like a slave or you don't. But it's a different category. It's like a different, you got heavyweight championship, you got lightweight championship. If you put a lightweight champion next to a heavyweight, the heavyweight might knock him out with one punch, or the lightweight is going to have him run around and not being able to even punch him. And does that mean this one is better? Does this mean this one is more worthy? No, it just means it's a different category of life, and we cannot compare. It's like a queen bee and a worker bee and a fertilizer bee. Or like I say, you got Gandalfs who cast spells and look at maps, and then you got little thieves running around, and then you got the brunt force. It doesn't mean one is more important than the other. We're all equally important. Some people have more energy inside of them, and it's also genetic activation. So I almost didn't speak at all about my experience, but it was a huge relief to see, oh, I don't have to do it like this. I just need to learn how I need to do it, to have patience, to put out and have people come to me. This is the projector. Hey guys, I do stuff with families. I do stuff with children, relationships. Here is the website. When you need my guidance, I'm there. Whereas manifestors are the salesman. Hey, this is this, and pitching and everything, and it works because the throat energy is there, the voice is there. Generators, let me show you with how much I can work. I don't do it like that. I'm like, let me show you by showing you how much you can work better. But because I'm a projector, I can't be walking around pulling people on their sleeves. It needs to come organically. I need to be recognized. That's why I work with, that's why projectors, and me specifically, the best way I work is Q&A, because I come with a little bit of a lecture just to have everyone dip their toes in, and then you guys come to me with your specific questions, your specific family, your specific relationship. Come to me with issues you haven't been able to resolve for 20 years in therapy. You come to me, and then I can work with your energy. But it needs to be a recognition and an invitation. Okay, we got a new message.
Before you read the message, I don't know if the others saw it, but when we started the Q&A, your total energy field shifted. You opened up immediately. It was really, you will see it or in the replay. It was really, okay, now I have Dennis here in front of me. Before you did the lecture for the others, I guess, not for me as a projector, but in the moment, really, you changed your energy, and now you are you. So yeah, thank you. Really, it was very helpful to see that also. Yeah, and I have similar experience. I don't know if my parents have been generators or not, but to be the black sheep in the family was always a drama for me. And now with the Human Garage, not Human Garage, with the design, it yeah, changes a lot. Thank you.
For sure, for sure. That's why I thrive. That's why a lot of my lives are Q&As, because that's why I also made the courses. I found myself on every single live doing the lecture and just being too general about things. Like generators and manifestors are here to be generalists and lecturers. Projectors, I'm here to resolve specific issues, to focus on the person. That's why while I was doing the lecture, I'm kind of talking, I'm sharing the collective stuff. I'm just talking about so many things. But immediately when you ask me your first question, I'm focusing on you, and you are giving me your attention immediately. Lock and key is there, and it's yeah. And like you say, with the parents, there were so many instances in my childhood where if I was to come with information to my parents and try to present them with something and share, they would be deaf to it. But if we had a guest, like a sibling, and they ask me a question in front of my parents, and I start answering that question in front of my parents would, their eyes would pop out. They would look at me being like, who is this person? Like, what is this now? So yeah. Thank you for recognizing that. So that's a projector trait of recognition. Thank you for that. Michelle, so helpful to gain insight of the different types, as there are different lenses people experience life with. Exactly, Michelle. This is a great metaphor. The energy type is a lens people experience life with. Yeah. Lorraine, I saw it, which I have that experience with him, so I get him. Yeah, Lorraine and I had a lot of talks, and we did some content together, and it was like that. When I had material to work with from another person's energy, then I get to shine the best and use my talents the best. See you soon, Lorraine. Kat is a regular on my Q&As on Insight Timer. Lori, Dennis, thank you for bringing it to us. Very helpful. My daughter, who is the projector, has very driven energy, loves to get up early, go to the barn and work, but loves her solitude. Maybe she's also caves environment or barns in her sense. I got a lot of free content. The Human Design Basics course is free. My ebook is free. YouTube is always free. And like I say, parenting, family guidance, one-on-one, individual relationships, 5 courses to get. You can get into my Patreon membership to meet on Sunday Zoom calls. We don't talk only about human design, we talk about everything. You get to come on my Telegram chat, which is then always accessible. I share stuff, images and content. So icreatelines.com is the website. Follow me on Instagram, check out the YouTube. Do you have any more free events coming up on Zoom? I learned a lot today, would like to get to the next one. So not on Zoom soon with Awakenpedia. Next one is going to be probably, it's going to be maybe once every 3 to 4 months, but free events on Insight Timer. So check out website, icreatelines.com. And also Patreon. Patreon is a good place. Patreon is a great place for you then. It's the cheapest option. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, guys. Follow me on all the places. Follow Awakenpedia. They got beautiful new events coming up about anxiety. Many new speakers. We will get this recording. No, I don't know. Awakenpedia, do they get recordings? But I'm gonna upload this to YouTube anyway. Okay, you received it. Thank you, Barb, for the PayPal. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, but maybe also through Awakenpedia. Anyway, just follow I Create Lines on YouTube, and I'm gonna upload this entire thing. Elena, thank you. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, guys, it's almost 4 a.m. here, but it doesn't matter. I'm so glad we did this. I thank you guys, everyone that showed up. It was a bigger turnout. Thank you Human Garage family for coming on. Insight Timer. We live on a mountain in the country, thankfully. She has asked me to go for a bike ride and spend some nature time with my projector. Yes, one-on-one. Beautiful, Michelle. Thank you so much, Dennis. Thank you, Cat Blue, as always. Thank you, AFK. Nicole Ohm for your time and insight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Awakenpedia, for the I'm a partner at Awakenpedia. Check out the website for them as well. And also, so Awakenpedia for all other retreats, icreatelines.com, really easy to remember for all my offerings and services. Instagram, YouTube. Thank you, beautiful people. I wish everybody peace, health, abundance, wholeness, and uniqueness. Dive into human design to find out how specific and unique you are and all the people around you. Thank you so much. Until next time. Wholeness tribe, wholeness family. Love you guys.